Welcome back to Knowledge is Kings, guys. I am Kings, and today I'm actually standing in a friend's house who called me and said their door isn't sitting right. So I want to do a quick video about how you can easily fix a door without having a whole bunch of tools. So here are the tools that we need on the table to fix this door. Okay, we have a drill with a couple different bits, and I have a hammer, and I have something. I'm just using a screwdriver to hit the pins from the doors out. And then you're going to need some screws. Now I've already tested this door jamb, and I know that I need 5-inch screws to make this fix. So we're going to go over the door and see what the issue is. All right, so here on the door you can see it's shifted. So you can see that it's pretty tight up here, and then it comes to a big gap on top there. So this side down is falling down, and if you look on the side you can see it even more clearly. So it's actually going past the jamb here, up here, and then when you come down, there's a gap. So we're going to try to get this door to shift up like that, and it's a pretty simple fix. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pop out one of the screws from the hinges here, and what we want to do is grab this one that's farthest this way to really make sure we hit the framing behind it. So we're not going to take out these, we're going to take out one of these. Now it's common for these doors to say, especially these that are a solid maple door, and you can see they just have it held in with a tiny little screw. So these screws aren't actually going in and hitting any of the framing that's holding the door up. And that's what we're going to fix. So I'm going to take one of these. I've got a 5-inch screw. I'm going to put it in here, and it's going to suck this jamb back. And that's going to tip the door. So we'll just give that a test. So you can already see that it's better. See, before we were hitting right here, and now we're not. So now the door is actually going to close like it should. Now, and that is as far as I'm going to go as far as tipping the door. I don't want to screw this anymore. I could go here and just pull the trigger on the drill as hard as I could and try to suck that in, but what might happen is I might strip that wood out, and then it would fall down, and then I'd have no way of getting it back up there. Okay, and this is just a quick, simple fix. If you wanted to do this door right and get everything perfect, what you want to do is take off the casing and remount the door entirely. Because I can't see any visible fasteners on this that actually holds the jamb to the framing. So I think what they did was they nailed their trim to the jamb without the door on there, and then put it up and then nailed this to the wall. So essentially what's holding the whole weight of this door are just these little 18-gauge pin nails in the casing. And that is the wrong way to do it. I've seen it on a bunch of older houses, and this one's actually newer, which surprises me. But still, this is not the first door in this house that's been sagged like this, okay? So another one of the issues that my friend complained about was that this door swings by itself, okay? So we set it right here, and it kind of moves by itself. Before, it would close all the way. So what happened with this being out of level is now this door wants to swing. Now that we put that in, that issue has basically stopped. Now, you can see it swings a little bit here, and then it stops. So what we want to do, just to make sure that the problem is okay, that little bit of a swing won't annoy my friend at all. It's just it wants to close all by itself. So what we do is try it at a couple different locations and see if it swings. Okay? And we can see here that the door wants to keep swinging by itself. So that wasn't enough to help that issue. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to pop the hinges out from the door, and we're going to bend them a little. And then we're going to stick them back in there. And that'll put enough tension, hopefully, against the door hinges to make it stop from moving. You know, now these doors are very heavy, so this actually is a trick that works better on hollow core doors instead of these solid ones, but we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to pop one of the hinges out, and then we're going to bend it. So just using this screwdriver to get started, I'm going to use the claw of my hammer. So you can see how much that pops out. So that's how much weight is trying to pull the door that way. Now looking at this hinge, I can see, or this pin, I can see someone's already tried to bend it. Okay, but they've got a lot of grease on here, which is going to kind of counteract that. So we're going to wipe some of that off, and hopefully we shouldn't get any squeaking. But so I'm going to bend this a little more than what they have, and then I'm going to go ahead and bend all of them. So I'm going to show you how to bend one, and then I'll go and bend the rest of them. Okay, so I'm just going to take this pin, and since I'm doing it on the countertop, I just have a couple of envelopes. I have one stack that's high and one that's low, just so I can get some gap. And I'm just going to pound this down a little bit. And I just don't want to, I have these just because I don't want to damage the countertop. So I have this bent more. Now we're going to go put it back in the hinge. Okay, so now this is down. All I got to do is push up on the left side of the door here to get these lined up. I'll get the hinge or pin started here. then I'll just use my hammer to knock it down. All right, so I just finished doing the other 2 hinges. I got those bent and I got them put back in. So now we're just going to test the door and make sure that it doesn't swing closed. All right, so as you can see, the door's not swinging anymore. If I move it a little bit, it still wants to go, but then it stops itself, okay? So this is going to be good enough for this door. If you're still having troubles with it swinging by itself, you're going to have to take the door out, like I said. Take the whole frame out, take the casing off, and just remount it. The problem, I think, what happened with this was not only was the door not put in level to begin with, but they didn't fasten the jamb appropriately. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making more how-to videos along with my other product videos from time to time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And I will see you in the next video. Are you recording? Is he good? Should I go now? Should I start? Okay.
Down.
Oh, I like that!